Is there any thought in your mind, Jimmie, unless I'm telling any tales out of school when it comes to this thought process for you, any thought in your mind saying, you know what, this last season being so unique, it's in the middle of a pandemic, I want to maybe hope that the next NASCAR season isn't in the midst of the pandemic, that what we are living life like in COVID-19 world is removed, and you could just have one last, if you will, normal season. Anything like that going through your mind, Jimmie?
You know, when the pandemic started, that question was asked from media, and then even in my own head, you know, and chatted it over with my wife. But as, you know, I went through the quarantine lockdown experience, I got a real look at what life might be like not racing every weekend. And it really only cemented my feelings to make this my last first-time full-time year in NASCAR. And what also helps me stick to that is I have a bucket list of races, a bucket list of cars that I still want to experience. So fortunately, I'm in a sport where I can, and I've had enough success where I can eventually and hopefully kind of call my shot. Say, hey, here's the top 4 or 5 races I've always wanted to experience, but haven't had the time to because I'm 38 weeks a year in NASCAR. So I'm looking at that list now, trying to develop it. The lockdown and shutdown and the economic, issues that follow. I'm not sure what 21 will look like, but that was my plan pre-pandemic. Was let me go race these different cars and on these different tracks and these different series and really have fun and bring it down to a 10 to 15 race schedule instead of 38.
So, can you walk me through that list right now, Jimmie Johnson?
Absolutely. Yeah, so for me, I think it's kind of a mixed bag of being honest with myself about some opportunities that'll go away quickly, and that would be IndyCar. I've always wanted to drive an IndyCar. I'm not interested in their ovals, so the Indy 500 would be out, but to experience one of their cars on a road course or a variety of road courses would be really amazing to me. I had a chance to drive a Formula One car a couple of years ago, and that just lit the fuse for me. I'm like, wow, this is amazing. I want to do more of that. I've always had a big interest in endurance sports car racing, and there's a longer runway for that kind of racing for me. The marquee event there would be the 24 Hours of Le Mans.
Sure.
There's another event here in the States called the Rolex 24. So there's some sports car racing I'd like to look really hard at.
Well, I mean, so you're saying you're talking bucket list, and the Brickyard on Memorial Day weekend is not on your bucket list, Jimmie Johnson, if you could?
As a young man without a family, the Indy 500 was absolutely top of my list. I had a window of opportunity to pursue it. Mr. Hendrick, who I drive for NASCAR, was going to allow it. My wife and I had an agreement, prior to kids, I could go race something like that. And then since having kids, I really feel like that opportunity has passed me up. Those are some brave men and women that sit in those cars, and where I am in life, I just 250 miles an hour in an open cockpit vehicle just doesn't seem like something I want to sign up for to save my life.
No, I laugh, I guess, out of nervousness for you, but also I hear the way you put it was so matter of fact, and it is so obvious. How old are your kids, Jimmie?
I have a 9 and a 6-year-old.
And so you're cooped up with them, and you say, "I want to stay here." Like, what? My God, I think you're running off to the racetrack, and then, my Lord, your father of the year.
That's a great point, but yes, I did have that experience.
Wow, I'm cooped up with a 9 and 6-year-old with can't go outside, nothing to do. I want to stay here. That's impressive, Jimmie. That may be more impressive than your entire NASCAR career. I'll be very honest with you. Well
that's
done.
funny. I love it.
Well done. So, what do you want to achieve in the next few weeks here? What is your goal here as you finish out this full season string here?
Yeah, I think the first goal is to get back to victory lane. We've been on a bit of a dry spell here.
Yep.
And I feel like the win is very possible for us this year. So I'm looking forward to that day. And then if we are able to win multiple events, I really feel like we become a true championship contender and threat. So there would be no better way to finish up my final full-time year in NASCAR than going out on top and kind of going out as Peyton Manning did. So I would love to create that opportunity with my team.
Well, if you do it like Peyton Manning did, then you got to give a shout out to a beer sponsor while you're lifting up the trophy. I mean, if you're going to do it really like Peyton Manning did years ago. But that, I can give you the, I'm sure Peyton can give you a full rundown.
It's all about the sponsors.
It sure is. I know I'm talking to a NASCAR driver. Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.